Next up on the list, we've got the Capital One Orange Bowl, Saturday night, December 30th, Saturday afternoon, December 30th, 3 p.m. in Miami. It's the 12-1 Georgia Bulldogs versus the Florida 13-0, infamously 13-0 Florida State Seminoles. Guys, we could call this the Snub Bowl. We could call this the Opt-Out Bowl. We could call this a lot of different things. It is not going to be the two teams we saw in the regular season. Snub Bowl, if you want to go that narrative, Florida State, of course, was the first and only undefeated Power 5 team to be left out of the 14 playoff. We've beat that dead horse. We can move on from that. And Georgia's hopes of a three-peat ultimately hinged on just one game in Atlanta. So, guys, I have no real leaning on the spread in this game. It's currently at 20 points in favor of Georgia. It will be the third stringer for Florida State as Bachmeier is in the transfer portal. It looks like he's not going to play. Florida State's defense is decimated as well. Got to lean with the talent, at least in the straight up picking, right? I don't think we're going to have any controversy in Florida State claiming a national championship.
No, very weird situation with Tate Rodemaker, not Hank Bachmeier. Just
that's my bad. Yeah, I don't know why.
If Bachmeier was playing in this game, that'd be an interesting turn.
I don't know why I pulled Hank Bachmeier out of my brain in this one, but
it's bizarre last name.
He did transfer again, so
weirder things have happened than former Boise State and Louisiana Tech quarterback Hank Bachmeier randomly showing up in a bowl game. So
that's correct.
Florida State's desperate, is what I'm saying.
Tate Rodemaker, strangely, I think he was in line to start this as long as he was.
He was, healthy. Yeah. It was a concussion, so he would have been playing.
And he just said, "Deuces, I'm out." So yeah, very, very strange. I hate that. That is what I hate most about this portaling, is that guys leave their teams at the altar, even in a bowl game where they don't really care to be there. But Florida State is down everybody. I mean, listen, I've been a big proponent of holding my Knowles coin. We definitely have taken healthy profits as we've gone along. And, I right now I'm thrilled that the majority of that balance, I think, has been put into the barn, because folks are bailing on Florida State left and right. I think they're going to be really good next year. But this one hurt. And to have so many guys walk out the door, it's going to put the most sour taste, I think, in Knowles fans' memories for sure. So I think Georgia wins this game, and they could bludgeon the Noles. I mean, Kirby Smart could. You talk about rat poison, folks thinking we're going to go 7-5 last year as they go undefeated. This could be the ultimate rat poison game for Georgia, and Kirby Smart might have all the backups frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, who do we know the third string quarterback in Georgia? Because he's going to get some good playing time here as well. He'll play a bunch in the second half of this one once they're up by like 40 or something like that. I love Florida State. It's been a fun story. I still in my heart, I believe they should be playing in the playoff. There's something about me that doesn't feel right leaving the 13-0 team out. But I mean, come on, this is not a good effort. This is not a good situation for Florida State. And, next year they'll probably be in the playoff, right? The expanded playoff, they'll probably make it, and they'll get a chance to go and back that up. But for now, not very good. Georgia by a whole bunch, just a whole bunch of points for Georgia. You can put infinity confidence points on it that Georgia's going to win this football game by a bunch.
Yeah, and, if they were in the college football playoff, obviously none of these guys that are opting out would have opted out. So we'd get a completely different Florida State team. And I really can't fault them. I know in my heart of hearts, I was hoping Florida State would go all in just for the chaos scenario of claiming a championship. But you can't fault Johnny Wilson, Keon Coleman, Jaheim Bell, Trey Benson, Jared Verse, all those guys, like legit NFL prospects that will be hearing their name called in April. So can't fault them for that.
If you look at this graphic that we have, and if I showed you this graphic at the beginning of the season, your only complaint would be, wait, you put Orange Bowl, not Rose Bowl, because this looks like it should have been the playoff matchup between 1 and 4, just based on where the season started. It's just a real shame that it ended up like this, and I think that most of us would have liked to have seen full-strength Florida State versus full-strength Georgia.
Absolutely. So, you're right. It is a shame that we will not be getting that full strength matchup. I'm going to take Georgia in this one outright. Not really a lot of doubt in my mind. It's the second highest confidence pick in the bowl confidence pools.
Gracious him. How about that?